Yo, people, what we saying? Just dropping a quick video note of a random thought. It's not awfully premeditated, but it's pretty simple, really. All I'm trying to say, yeah, is you or any perceiver, me, we're all just as capable and just as fit to do things as those who came before us, so to speak. We don't have to do the same things as them, but what I mean is when you look through history, his story, whatever, all sorts of people are constantly making discoveries, new inventions, new ideas, new art, new pioneering. There's, think about all like the great people in history and the individual discoveries or books that people may write or songs, music that people may write that go on to influence culture, echo through culture, have that kind of ricochet ripple effect, like I guess similar to if the Big Bang were real, then we would be like the echo of the Big Bang, I guess is a weird analogy that just came to mind. Um, so yeah, I'm just reminding you and myself or whoever that don't like subconsciously exclude yourself from this kind of history repeating pattern or history rhyming pattern where like there's no way we're done with discovering stuff. Science can have this kind of dead notion that like you're like we've almost discovered everything, which ain't exactly true because of all the AI stuff that's happening. The world is changing fast. You can't doubt that. It's obvious. And all I'm saying is we've had a long, long history of all sorts of people discovering new stuff, whether they invent a new concept or discover a new concept through insight or do a YouTube video that goes viral that loads of people see and loads of people watch this video and it stays in their mind. Same with a book or a song. So there's a field called memetics. It's spelt meme ticks. And that is because meme is like internet memes, these little ideas, and these are like seeds of consciousness in a way, and they can spread through cultures. If your book gets famous, your song, your video goes viral, whatever, that you kind of have this echo kind of ricochet where you know your song gets into someone's head, and then your songs go around in their head doing this neurolinguistic programming. They repeat the song, do a remix of it. It's the same way that genes like multiply and spread. There's almost like a meme that multiplies and spreads. It's kind of like an unseen force. It's like a hidden layer of reality, and that like talking about memes in and of itself is a meme is a whole trippy rabbit hole which I'm quite fond of researching since I've really discovered it. I've done some talks on it in the past. The cognitohazards, that's what that symbol is of the warning eye in the triangle, the hazard triangle. Anyway, so yeah, the echo of you, so to speak. Whether or not you should need this, or maybe you like, I'm not saying that you should inherently want to do this crazy stuff and echo your ideas through culture or whatever it is. It's not just that, right? It's also about, for example, charitable work. All sorts of people do a lot of very good stuff in the name of selflessness and love. Think what it was like to be helped when you needed help or a favor, and somebody does you a favor. Someone maybe lends you some money or gets you some food. That gratitude that you feel is a feeling that you should want to give to others, and it's this selfless, selfish, comes full circle thing of good karma as well. So yeah, all sorts of people have done amazing things throughout history. His story. Also, a lot of people have done a lot of terrible things through history, even if they thought they were doing good things. Evil is deceptive like that sometimes. You might be righteously thinking you're doing a good thing, but only in hindsight will you realize that it wasn't. Especially if what you define as good is good for you in a selfish way. Anyway, all I'm saying is know your worth. You are an agent in this fucking multi-dimensional matrix, mate, and bare other agents in this matrix, they've discovered all sorts of shit, mate. Whether it's a math equation, whether it's a piece of art, visual or audio, that goes viral, that gets famous, that gets stuck in people's heads, that people write raps to. If you produce music for rappers who are rapping about the most innovative stuff, like the conscious rapper community, all I'm saying is don't sell yourself short, okay? You are just as capable of kind of novel, authentic insight as anybody else. You can have unique, rare insights, discoveries. There was like a documentary I watched a few months ago called The Man Who Knew Infinity, which was like some guy in India who was born with a natural gift for mathematics. And sometimes people are just born with a certain genius. And these people are fucking famous, and it's not like an ego gratification thing. You should question why you may want to get that kind of external validation. But all I'm making it clear to you is that you are capable of every public intellectual you've ever witnessed in the past, or any TED Talks, any I don't want to say it's all about fame. Again, it's about charity. Maybe starting a self-sufficient eco community. Everything that has been done in the past, to distill it, I want to make it clear that you are just as capable of doing something as potent. If you've got chromosomes, you're in the game. We can all do good, even if you are like literally have a disability, which is like physically very restricting. Good thing we have invented the remote control world, where you can just live with, instead of moving your body, you just press the buttons on the fucking remote and that moves the world for you. So you can, right now I'm just sat in a chair, which I ought to stop doing, I think, to an extent. But I think to an extent a gift of mine is kind of the speaking, after having done so much psychedelics and stuff. It's a tricky one, mate. I'm evolving and I'm not who I was and whatever. But yeah, just saying. So what examples we got? Say, think of those who have discovered all sorts of stuff, like Terence McKenna. If we take his story at face value, his autobiography, he went out and travelled and found about psychedelics and spoke about them with his lectures, things like that. I don't know the origin of Terence McKenna exactly, the full story, or Alan Watts, a lot of them. I don't know how many of these are psyops either. I intuitively feel I trust Terence McKenna for the most part, I guess. Weird one. I don't know that, actually. I'm not going to reveal where I'm at, mate. I'm done spying on myself. Fuck the Archons. I'm done explaining myself to this fucking Black Mirror. Anyway. So yeah, just know that you can do that stuff that's already been done. Like, yeah. Everything you see around you, most of it is somewhat being man-made. These memetics, like, for example, like a push bike. Someone invented the push bike. That is a memetic in and of itself, a meme that gets transferred. So you now have a blueprint for how to make a push bike. Somebody thought of that. Someone had the insight, you see. You could be that old boy who thought of the fucking push bike, mate. That revolution, that is the echo of your fucking intellect, yeah? And that is, to an extent, life purpose. So you can discover shit. There's rocks unturned still. There's a lot to discover. It's a living mystery, this world, yeah? And your purpose, your talent, your gift, a lot of why you're here, and a lot that will make you grateful to be here for this incarnation, is to harness your talents, your gifts, and spread them to the world. This is a lot of life purpose in general. This is how you find joy. Harness what you love, your gifts, spread them to the world, monetize them. To an extent, maybe. Depends. But yeah, so much can be discovered, you can do your own experiments. Psychedelics is quite a revolutionary frontier. This is where I got these insights in a way, is because I done like more mushrooms than anybody would have the fucking balls to do years ago. And I ended up just like fucking spiraling the fuck out, and I rewired my whole fucking brain. And I was just ranting on the internet for ages, and like I was definitely a loopy geezer, and I'm changing and healing a lot. But there's a lot of kind of insights for it, and I was wondering to what extent I can discover authentic discoveries. Like the Iceman, Wim Hof, yeah? One day he was really depressed, yeah, because his missus killed herself and left Wim Hof with the children, yeah? And he fucking, one day he felt called to get in the ice lake. So he did. And he found power in the ice water. He then went on to teach the power that he had found with his ice therapy. He discovered a therapeutic method of meditation and physical therapy on a whim. And he teaches it. Now he's making crazy amounts of money, you can't imagine, and he's changed the world. He has saved lives. Personal development YouTube channels, they save lives. Do your own research. Get the research popular. Save lives. Publish articles, write books, make music. Get your music out there. Get people remembering your lyrics or whatever. Like, it's up to you. I'm just saying. For example, LSD, one of the most potent psychedelics in the world, was discovered by accident, I believe. That's what Bicycle Day is, when someone accidentally took acid on their way home on a push bike or something. Basically, I can't remember the exact thing, but someone was fucking around with some mold on some bread, and he accidentally spilt some of the petri dish onto his skin, and it induced a psychedelic experience, which opened his brain and his perception. He literally discovered a fucking interdimensional portal by accident one day, and now he's famous. I'm pretty sure that's Aldous Huxley or some shit. Anyway, my phone's running out of storage. As per usual, how I end these videos. You get the fucking gist. Anything, mate. I want to make a device that holds my phone for me so I don't have to hold it with my hand, so I don't get zapped by these EMF frequencies. It's like a little selfie stick that you can use your phone from a distance. I'm for real. I'm not throwing diamonds in the trash can. Don't steal my idea, but that's a good idea. Bare inventions. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm running out of storage. Ultra love. My name is OXSN, or Disassimilator.